Hello YouTube, today I wanted to share one of my rank matches. I reached GOD2 with my AK. As you can see, I won against Devil Chin and then I promoted. Actually, I wanted to make a video about my GOD run, but sadly because the game updated, I couldn't replay those anymore. And I did play some player matches yesterday, but I don't know why it's not here, right? And I favored this against this dude because I met this guy in like Tekken Lounge, and he asked for a match like AK mirror, and he lost. And then he asked for like he said, I asked him, can you play Alisa? And that he lost as well. And then he started like insulting me a lot, right? And if you go to his like account, it's not a PlayStation Plus account, so I'm pretty sure like his first account got banned, right? Because maybe he is just someone who can't take a L, right? But anyways, this video is not about that, but there has to do something with mentality, right? I told him you should be, able to adapt, right? If you want to reach high, you should be able to adapt. But instead of trying to understand that or trying to adapt, he just started insulting me, and he insulted my mom as well, right? I don't understand. Some people are like that, right? No, but let's look at this replay, right? This is one of my favorite matches now that I look at it, because I got really lucky here, right? It's one of my luckiest match ever. And sometimes luck is part of the game, right? As you can see, if you look at here, and then I will maybe like show you my matches against the Dakora as well. That's dude whose name is Dakora. Let me remove those two for now. I will show them later, right? But I started with down for 1, right? He started with down 2. Because I don't know him. It's the first time I'm playing him. I met him at rank, at least I think so. At rank, and he is GOD 4, right? I'm GOD 1. I did down for 1, it ended up working in my favor, right? Down 2, look, this is information, right? And I will also like tell you about mentality and how to adapt. You have to be able to adapt. Sometimes luck is involved, but you also have to be able to adapt. If you are not able to adapt and you just give up, or you just say, start talking shit, you will never improve, right? You have to able to take your L as well. See, side step 2 he didn't duck, right? 4 for neutral 2 he ducked. That's information, right? He ducked and he punished, a proper punish. See, plus frame. So now I know he loves tracking his plus frame. So look, plus frame, and like down for 1 has a high extension, right? The moment I see it, I don't know if he loves completing his high string or not, but I just dug. And the moment I saw the high string bomb punish, you have to be able to play fast as well, right? You have to be able, and I think I messed up my combo. It happens, right? It doesn't really matter, just move on, right? And then, very nice down 2. I'm plus 3 right here, let's see. I'm plus 3. Let's see for sure, right? Plus 3. So, I know I'm plus, right? So I was like, maybe he would just backdash or sidestep, I don't know. Or maybe he would just, press hold back and see what I like to do. But he went for a sidestep. As you can see, he's going for a sidestep, right? Because he's playing on the 1P, I think he is supposed to be true 1P. So even though it's showing down, he is moving up, right? But because there's a thing called mirroring, so he also plays at the left side, right? I'm playing at the left side. That's what's supposed to happen. So he's the true 1P, right? I'm not true 1P. Even though it says 1P here, right? So look, because he try to step, my homing low clipped him. So that's information, right? He likes stepping after when he's minus, right? He loves to step. So you have to be able to like adapt as well, right? It's a very fast-paced game. See, now he's not going for it, and then he just went for down for 2. You know, instead of a high, he went for down for 2, right? Well, how did this miss? What weird? Like, wait a minute. Wait. It clipped, right? So stupid. But anyway. Let's see. Very nice punish. His punish is on point, right? See? I knew he liked to went for like plus, so I just hit engage, right? I could have also sidestepped right, but that would have avoided his back 1+2. See, now this is information, right? I think this is the first time they're down to connect, right? Because I'm +1, if he wants to attack, all he can do is like while standing 4, but then it would trade with my while standing 2, and I would get a counter hit launcher, right? But he stepped. He stepped and he did a small punish. He could have done down for 2, right? And launched me, but he did a small punish because he also doesn't know what I like to do, right? So maybe he wasn't prepared for that. Did I get the shoulder? Oh no, I didn't went for a shoulder. Okay. Normally I try to run for shoulder, but I guess I try to be cheeky. See, now this is information, right? Here I messed up a little bit, look. After this, you know, it reset back to neutral, right? Now he's backdashing, I'm backdashing, right? So there's not a lot of time left, and I went for my plus my frame move. Again, neutral. There's not a lot of time left, so I went for my shining wizard, right? And he broke it, 1+2. So I know he has throw breaks, right? He knows how to break 1+2 throws, right? Or he can react to it. So now he's stepping, and I did a dash, and I wanted to do like chance swing, but his jab came faster, right? So he could have counter hit. Was it a counter hit? I think it's a counter hit, right? Yeah, he could have confirmed it, right? But he didn't confirm. Here I got extremely lucky. You know what happened? Because he broke 1+2 throw. Oh my god. I'm so sorry for that. That's the alarm. Oh my god, what a big ass alarm. It's just some alarm, right? The government alarm saying, like, you know, it's an emergency alarm, right? No action is required. It's just to like test it out. Sorry for the loud noise, right? So as you can see, I wanted to go for a jab to chance swing, right? Oh my god, another alarm. I hope you can't hear it on the background. So jab, chance swing, right? But instead of chance swing, I got a miss input. I don't know why it happens. It happens. It's not a miss input. If you look at it, it's supposed to be a chance swing, right? This is a chance swing input. But for whatever the reason, I got while standing 1, and I ended up ducking his 1, right? I think because I was jab pressuring him, I think he wanted to like maybe buffer his like 1-2-2. I think that's what he wanted to do, right? He wanted to get like a 10 frame counter hit knockdown, right? But I got extremely lucky. I ended up ducking his 1 and bam, launching his 2. And because I was really surprised, I ended up messing up my combo. But as I'm saying, luck is part of the game. And you have to be able to adapt really fast. Look how fast look. I didn't adapt here. Because I should have confirmed, right? I did down for 1, he ducked, right? He twitch ducked. But I didn't saw that, right? So it's my fault that I didn't saw it. See, he ducked again, and now he confirmed, and bam, he launched me. So the game has to be really fast, right? If you want to like reach high. See, I know he loves doing side steps, so I went for my homing low again. Look, and it ended up clipping him. And look, same shit, because I know he loves being aggressive, right? After his plus frame, so what does he likes to do? After his plus frames, he likes to be aggressive, right? And after when he's minus, he loves to step. And if I dash, he might duck my 4 for neutral too. So I go for 4 for 2. See, he loves pressing after his plus. Now I went for 4 for neutral too. See, he loves pressing, so I'm holding back, right? See, again, I think now instead of like stepping after his minus, I think he maybe tried to go for a, because he thought maybe I'll go for a slow move, but I did go for a slow move, but he ended up doing a jab. Why is he trying to press a heat burst? He doesn't have heat. He doesn't have heat anymore. Okay, he did this. Oh no, he did 4-1. That's weird. But anyways, and here I got extremely lucky, right? I think if you just hold back, I think this will clip you, right? If you tech roll or if you are like tapping back, if you are tapping back really fast, this wouldn't clip him because he was just holding back. This ended up clipping him, and normally it should do 30. I don't think around 30 to maybe like, wait, let's look at it. Depending on how much health you have, let's see. Normally it should do. Let's see. See, 33%, right? It should do 33%. See, 132% because I'm in rage. So now it should do 33%, right? It shouldn't do more than 33%. The scaling should be 33%, but because he was just holding back, he should have either tech roll or press back really fast, right? See, it clipped him. And now it doesn't matter, right, how much you can press, because it reset and it does 70% damage. And I won. That is such a cheeky shit, right? I got really lucky. But I also adapted, you know. He was a little bit late to adapting. So, of course, luck is part of the game as well, but you have to be able to adapt. And now let's look at this gameplay, right? First he asks for Armor King mirror, right? He plays, Armor King was pretty decent, right? I don't think his Armor King was that bad. But his Alisa was trash, right? And I think he already got banned. Otherwise, why is he at this rank? Because I don't think he's that rank. I think he does place better than that rank. And why doesn't he have a PlayStation Plus, right? Because he probably got banned, I think. So let's look at that. Like look at that. He's doing really shitty stuff, right? Look at that. What is this? See? Let's see. See, this is nice, right? This isn't bad. This is not a bad gameplay, right? Look, he didn't just mash Vasanai 3-1, right? This was bad. What is this? Is minus 10? No, that's minus 10, right? Did it just say minus 13? I always thought this was minus 10. Yeah, minus 10. Oh, because it's saying attack startup frames 13 to me. Okay, I thought so. See, he tried to run for a 2 and I pressed 2, right? See, I'm pressing 2, right? But it's just a regular throw. Because I thought it was maybe 2, right? But it's just a regular, no, it is a 2 throw. Huh? What move is that? Huh? That's weird. But anyways, it is a 2 throw, right? So you have to be able to break throw as well. Let's see this, right? Cheeky, that was cheeky for me. See, I'm plus. Nice break from him. But this was just dumb, right? He just loved doing dumb shit, right? He doesn't adapt. He just does dumb shit. And he just hopes that it works. Right? Okay, let's see. See, I don't know what he was trying to do. Why does he trying to go for chancing in the open? It makes no sense, right? You have to be close towards me, right? See the distance. Oh, I mean, it was a little bit close, but I guess, but you shouldn't just do that. Like from this, because it was, he did got close, but you shouldn't do chancing like that. You should maybe like try to jab and then chancing, right? Even on block, you would still get the chancing, right? You shouldn't just go and do chancing in the open like this, right? And look, he loves pressing, right? Look, this dude loves pressing. See, maybe he thought, look, I'm not gonna jab because I know you're plus, so I try to step and look. See, you see, I did because I didn't adjust, right? So his arm working is not bad, but he does really a lot of stuff. Like he doesn't adjust to my game plan, right? See, I stepped and he still went for it, right? Okay. Here I completely beat him, right? I didn't got lucky, I beat him, right? Oh, I should have broke. Didn't I press 1? I pressed 1, right? Why didn't it broke? Oh, I pressed 1 plus 2 because it looked like a chance thing. Oh, now I'm trying to check it out. No, it didn't look, but it looked like a 1 plus 2. That's all. After I pressed 1, I pressed 1 plus 2. Okay, let's see that, okay? Now I think he just ended up giving up, right? And he always gives up. So I told him, why do you just give up, right? And then he just gives up. Right? And same with Alisa as well. He just gives up, right? Maybe I should call this video difference between adapting and not adapting. What does happen if someone doesn't adapt? See, he just gives up, right? And same with Alisa, right? And then he talk a lot of shit and he like start insulting my mom as well, right? Not only did he insult me, he insulted my mother as well, right? For no reason, right? No, all I said to him was, if you just give up and complain and talk shit, that's a weak mindset, right? And you should try to adapt. And instead of like saying like, yeah, I should try to adapt, like, maybe I should try to adjust this and adjust that. He just throwing a lot of insight, and I said that's like a weak mind, right? If you're a weak mindset, that's what. And then he ended up sending me like it's in a Tekken lounge, right? He ended up saying my mom is weak and like talking really bad stuff. And he had a friend with him. He like wrote a lot of like insults towards me, right? Look, and let's look at Alisa, right? How does he play Alisa? Okay, let's see. Okay, plus prime, and then he did a mid homing. Okay, let's see how does it play, right? See, he loves pressing after down by 3. I'm plus 2, right? So of course I'm gonna win. See, now that's information, right? He loves pressing, even though he's minus, he loves pressing. So I'm gonna respect the plus 1. See, I broke his throw, right? Because I know it's 1 plus 2. With giant swing, it looks like 1 plus 2, so I can't break it. Or maybe I have to predict it's not a 1 plus 2, it's a giant swing. See, when I'm minus, I don't press, right? And he just mash when I'm just jabbing. Like, why did you mash when I'm jabbing, right? See, he has very, very like. See, he's not that. I wouldn't say he's really bad, but his defensively he is not the best, right? See, he's minus here, right? Look. He's minus 13, right? Why did you go for this when you're minus 13? Makes no sense, right? He's minus 13. He just went for a launcher, right? When you're minus 13. Okay, let's see that. And look, what happened here? Let's look. I think he was back turn, right? Yeah, he was back turn. Okay, let's take a look. Nice one. Oh, I did press 1 plus 2, but because it was counter hit, I guess it was maybe like counter hit is much harder. Now he did a mid, nice, right? Okay. He's not a bad player, but he tends to keep up, right? And then he just starts insulting, right? Okay, let's see this, okay? I think he got banned, right? His first account got banned, right? So that's why he has a new account. See, he's mashing. Why do you mash after that? See, I float him, right? It's his mistake for doing that. Yeah. Okay, let's see. See, you didn't break that. Why didn't you break it? Like, look, okay, he was trying, but he was too late. And he did try. It's not like he didn't try. See, I ducked it. Yeah, let's see this, right? Let's see how it plays. Let's see. Oh, look, he did adapt now, right? So it's not like he doesn't adapt completely. But no need to insult, right? No need to throw insult at people, right? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that was kind of nice. Okay, let's see. Nice break. No, you have to give credit when credit is due, right? If he plays well, I would say he plays well, right? See? You know the reason why I went for Jeff, because I thought maybe he would go for the extension, right? But he just did only once, right? Okay. Dude, you gotta press 2 here. Nice punish. See, look. I think that's also one mistake that he did, right? Look, he did this, right? You see, I tried to low parry the second hit, as you can see. I think next time I did end up low parry because he didn't saw that, I think, that I was trying to low parry that, right? You see, because this has a low extension, right? This move. Wait. Let's see, this down forward, 3-3, right? Down forward 3-3, I think, right? See. I saw that. Oh, nice. Alisa has a nice back though. See, this has a low, right? Low extension. See, I'm trying to low parry that, right? I don't think he saw that. Because I know it has a low extension, right? Because next time he just goes for it, right? Because if he had saw me like trying to low parry that, he wouldn't have gone for that. See, now he's adjusting a little bit. And I think, did I try to duck that? I didn't, okay. Because I know it has a high extension as well. Last time I want to. That he didn't play bad though. I wouldn't say he was completely bad player. I wouldn't say that. But maybe you should try to adjust, right? Did he adjust? Let's see. Did he adjust or did he not adjust? Yeah? Let's see this, okay? And after that, I'm just going to remove that from my favorite list because I don't know why. I think I'll put it on favorite just to, like, you know, compare, right? So let's see here. Down 3, right? Okay, let's see. See? Why did you go for that? You know I'm doing my jab and my down forward 1. Why did you go for a move that's going to make you float? Look. You know I'm doing my down forward 1, right? Especially from that distance, because down 3 you could have maybe tried to do down 3 from like distance, like that. But look, I'm really close. Look, I'm really close here, right, towards him. I'm really close, and he still went for a down 3. It's his fault that he got floated, right? Because you know I'm doing a down forward 1 check. Let's see that. See. He didn't broke it. Like you see, last time I went for this as well, and I went for the same grab. He didn't broke it, right? Just he wasn't able to adjust fast, right? That's a little bit too far. See, I'm checking with my down forward 3. I don't know why you're going for all this risky moves. Why are you going for like back 3 plus 4? Unga Bunga. See, now he's playing Unga Bunga, right? Oh, you know why this happened? Because I didn't used to have like a manual rage art button, right? I used to do my rage art with like down forward 1 plus 2, right? Because nowadays when I do dash and down forward 1 plus 2, instead of getting my rage art, I get my crouch dash, right? So my 1 plus 3 throw button, you know, I changed that to my, you know, I button map that to my rage art, yeah? So I should be more careful about that. So instead of getting my 1 plus 3, I got my rage button, right? Because I button map it to my rage art now. Yeah, that's what it happens. Because I've been really tired of like, you know, like missing my rage art input, right? He's not a completely bad player, but he just does this thing, right? He doesn't adapt. Look, Look, this is such a shitty flowchart, right? Dig jab to Vasana 1 to 3. Of course I'm gonna duck. Of course I'm gonna duck, right? I know this. I know this. Why did you go for that? You know? See, he didn't break it again. It's the 3rd time that he got hit by that. See, I'm doing the same shit, right? He's not breaking it. Down back 2, 4, and I always go for my Shining Wizard, right? He doesn't break it. So why is he pressing 2? There's not even this is both hands. Yeah, and he doesn't have a 2 break from that. If you see him crouch dashing, you might press 2, but I didn't crouch dash, right? See, now he just gave up, right? He just gave up again. See, he didn't adjust, he gave up, and then he started throwing insult, right? He start writing nasty stuff, right? Nasty, mean stuff, right? See, if you know Armor King, right? If you see both hands, it's either gonna be 1 or either gonna be 1 plus 2, especially from dash. Like, look, I'm gonna show you. And let's play Alisa, okay? Let's pick her, right? Okay. Just to show you, look, he didn't adapt at all, and just start throwing insult, right? And look, this Dragon of Player, which is GOD4, he did adapt, right? I mean, he didn't adapt that fast, but I think he has certain like game plan, right? Because whenever he's like minus, he would step, right? He would start stepping, right? And whenever he's plus, he just goes bouncing aggressive, right? So this is like dash champion, right? Wait, go. Let's make it. Let's make this. No. Let's make her. This is. Oh my God! I don't want to do that. Okay. So there's a Shining Wizard, right? Let me turn off the heat, right? Because this is really like the sound is really annoying me. So this is chancing, right? Comes from a dash, as you can see. See, I'm dashing. So this is this input, right? But this input can be 1 plus 2s, right? 1 plus 2 break, right? Shining Wizard. But it can be 1 break as well. This is chancing, right? This looks very similar. I didn't do this. If I went for this, like a crouch dash, like this, it's a dash input, right? So it can be only 1 plus 2 or 1, right? It's his lack of knowledge, right? It's his lack of knowledge that he didn't break it. Oh, wait a minute. So this can be like this, or oh no. See, this happens, right? Sometimes I get it. So I can maybe even try to mix it up like this, right? Shining Wizard blue spark is really hard to get though. Now if I went for this is 2 break, right? This is 2 break. I didn't even went for this. Like you can clearly see the crouch dash, right? Then you could have pressed. So why are you pressing 2? It's either 1 plus 2 or 1, right? Let's go with King, right? Look, I'm not saying it's all easy. Like, of course, it's difficult, right? Throw breaks are not the most easiest thing, right? I think he might have a 2 break, right? I'm not really sure. From that also looks like a no, it does looks like a 2, right? Oh, it has a blue spark as well. Why does he has a 2 spark? You do see his right hand, right? Oh, his backdash is much weaker than Armor King, right? If you say, why does he have such a weak leg? You see right hand, right? And then this looks up, and then he can of course go for his couch dash as well. So I'm just saying, like, there's difference in mentality, right? So if you wanna reach high, I think you should maybe try to adapt. And yeah, like he wasn't a bad player at all, though. I'm just saying, I just wanted to say, don't give up fast, and then try to adapt, right? He just gave up, right? He gave up twice. You should always try to adapt, right? Because you see, I'm doing the same shit, right? Every time he's at the wall, I go for my 2 grab, right? He didn't broke it, right? And after that, I go for my down back 2-1, and then I try to go for a Shining Wizard, right? He got hit by all of that, and he didn't adjust, right? When I play against this Dragunov, which was GOD4, I adjust, right? Let's see one of my other match where maybe I would adjust, right? Let's go to rank matches, right? Rank matches are always fun. Maybe not the most fun thing, but how about this Victor, right? Maybe you might say he's Tekken God Supreme, but maybe it's a good stuff. Like he might be Tekken God Supreme for a reason, right? This guy. Now he's got a resource. Congratulations to you. But let's see that, right? Let's see why I think I've won that match, right? And let's see why I won. And I have a really bad Victor knowledge, right? My Victor knowledge isn't the best, but I probably would have adjusted here, right? Let's see if I adjust or not adjust, okay? This is the first time that I'm seeing this match, right? I haven't seen this match. Oh my god. He started really, wow, with a big ass move. Good thing I did back. I could have done maybe like a down for 1 or something like that. Here I interrupt. Okay, he did a hot kick. Oh my god, what is with this wall travel, right? See? Small move, like only down forward 1, right? Because I'm neutral. Oh my god, I should have launched that, right? But I'm not used to that, right? And it has some pushback as well. But here it didn't have that much pushback, so I should have just look, I'm plus, right? He's smart, right? He didn't press. He didn't press after that, right? And plus he didn't press. But he went for a slow-mo. I think that is like a 15 frame or something like that, right? 16 frame maybe. It's a slow move. Should have went for a faster move, right? Let's see this. Okay, look. I think I know, right? I think I know. Look, it was the beginning of the, and this is the first time I'm watching this replay. But look, what did he went for? Down back 4, right? So this is information, right? He loves going for a big move, and I noticed start of the round he went for down back 4. Down back 4 is extremely hard to react to. It is 20 frame, right? See, I did back, but I did saw he did down back 4. I didn't react to it, but I did saw it, right? And now he went for Varsang 2. That's information. Okay, let's see how I adjust. -4, down back 4, and he went for Varsang 2, right? And I know I'm minus, so I didn't press. All I did was back. And now this wasn't a true punish. This is a true punish. See, he went for another down back 4. So now I notice he likes to go for down back 4. So I would be more worried about that, right? Here he whipped, as you can see. But he still pressed after he whiffed. Like look, he whiffed and he still pressed, right? You should have maybe just hold back, not press. See, he's mashing the shit out of down 4-2, even though he whiffed. So of course, I'm gonna get counted, yeah? So that was bad play in his side. This is done. So I knew he went for down back 4, right? So I was looking for it. And look, I did backdash and I saw it, bam. I adapt. That's how you adapt, right? It's really important to adapt. Look, you see my adaptation? Last round he went for down back 4, right? In the beginning. So I was already looking for it, right? See, I did back and I already saw him going for down back 4, right? And look, I adapt now. This is what you call adaptation, right? You have to be able to adapt. If you don't adapt, I'm sorry, but you know, you're not gonna go far. Like no matter what character you play, you know, you might have an easier time playing certain character. Perfect, right? Look at my adaptation. So it is very important to be able to adapt. Like if you wanna like reach higher, and let's say if someone is better than you, or you lose, you should be like, maybe if someone play very unga bunga, very like and I know, like, you know, it's easy to rage, it's easy to be angry, but sometimes maybe you should look at other players, like how did they beat you, right? And maybe like see what they like to do, like have long sets, right? Not just keep up like easily, right? Maybe you should have long sets, maybe you should adjust. Like I love having long sets, right? This is a rival of mine. He used to beat me 10-0, yeah, but I let him beat him. Like now I don't lose 10-0 to him. Look how many matches I have with this, yeah. He's a rival of mine, right? When he played Xiaoyu in the beginning, I would literally lose 10-0, 10-0, 10-0. Like, you know, I would be 30-0, right? But I would always try to like manage. And nowadays I don't really lose to his Xiaoyu that much, right? And I don't tend to lose to Xiaoyu. Like I used to have like around 40% win rate against Xiaoyu, but now I have above 50, right? And with Armor King, maybe like around 59 to 60% win rate. Let me check, right? I don't want to say, let me check my Vank Weibo, what my win rate is. It's Xiaoyu, but it used to be under like 50%, around 40% or something like that, right? But I adjusted a lot, right? So it is really important to be able to like adjust, right? Because if you can't adjust, it would be really difficult. And no matter what character you pick, it will always be difficult. Let's see, all character win rate Xiaoyu is 53.4%, right? And with Armor King, I think it's at the moment of recording, it is 57.14%. My win rate against Xiaoyu at the moment of the recording, right? So this is it. I think you should try to adjust. If you want to reach further, you should try to adapt. You should try to adjust, and that's how you like progress in game, right? You don't progress by being a sore loser and like sending like, you know, writing like nasty messages to people, right? Or like writing you are an idiot or whatever, right? Or like and then he started writing give me Kunimitsu or Julia, you know, and he started writing Alisa is too weak. I don't know what kind of drug he's smoking, but Alisa is not too weak, right? Alisa is a really good character. If you know how to play her, she's a really good character, right? And Ranchu literally won the, you know, Tekken World Tour with Panda in Tekken 7. And in Tekken 8 he won with Kuma. So of course Kuma was kind of broken with heat. But like, you know, if you're good, you can make even Panda work, right? I'm just saying, okay? So that's it. I think I'm gonna end my recording. I think people should, you know, get the gist of it, right? How to advance further, and I think that's how I got to GOD2, right? And not like I'm bragging, like, you know, I'm just saying, like, you know, you should always try to adjust, right? If you want to reach further, you should always try to adjust, you know, adjust your game plan, and also adjust to what your opponent is doing, and you should maybe try to adjust your, like, I make a lot of mistakes, right, when I play. I know, and I'll try to like look, and I try to adapt, right? That's it. And thanks for watching, and thanks for listening. If you're still listening, thanks for listening, and thank you for watching.